We both work on the AdWords team here in Dublin. Now, in today's Hangout, we're going to discuss the importance of mobile advertising. And we're going to touch on 3 principal points. The benefits and importance of mobile advertising will be discussed by Emma. I will then move on to some quick tips with respect to website design for mobile. And then the both of us will discuss the different ad formats that are available for mobile, and we'll give you some layout advice. So as I said, I'm going to quickly pass you over to Emma now, who's going to discuss the benefits and importance of mobile advertising.
Great, thanks, James. So basically, when you show ads, they can show on 3 different platforms. You've got computers, you've got tablets, and you've got mobile. All we want to look at today is first of all, how are you consumers actually interacting with their phones? What's interesting is that 74% of consumers have a smartphone. They check it out 150 times a day. 40% of online sales now do come from mobile users. And we find that more and more people are doing the research before they buy on their mobile phone. So why would mobile advertising be beneficial for you as a business? Well, it drives app downloads, it drives traffic to your store account. On top of that, it's crucial if you want to get in phone call bookings and inquiries. It actually allows you to track those calls and then link it back to your return on investment. Lastly, it allows you to showcase your USP against your competitors for customer comparison.
Okay, so now I'm going to quickly go through how to create an effective mobile site. So in today's environment, it is of vital importance that your site be mobile optimized. Not only for your SEO ranking, but also just for your general customer experience. So it is also important to note that if a desktop version of your site is available on mobile, that does not necessarily mean that you're optimized for mobile. So here are a few quick tips. Number 1, you should make sure that everything is very quick. So with respect to image size, for instance, you should keep images small to reduce load time. And if you have large blocks of text, or paragraphs of text, you should reduce these to bullet point form. Number 2, if you should make things as easy as possible with respect to contacting you or purchasing on your site. So if you have a form, for instance, you should use tick boxes where possible. If you want to include your mobile number on your site or any phone number on your site, which I'm sure you would, you should use a call button where possible. And if someone is to complete a transaction on your site, you should reduce the number of steps that are required. Number 3, you should simplify navigation. So if someone has to scroll on your site, you should ensure that it's only going to be vertical, and you should also ensure that you minimize the amount of scrolling they actually have to do. Also, with respect to navigation, regarding menus, you should ensure that they're simple and as clear as possible, so that if someone is looking for something, they can find it as easily as possible. With respect to finding your store and also with respect to finding your website online, you should ensure that your address is clear and conspicuous on your landing page, including a map and directions. And with respect to finding your site online, you should ensure that your mobile site is indexed for web search. So now I'm just going to quickly pass you over to Emma before I go into this feature.
Yeah, so as James said, the most important thing, I guess, is making sure that your website is clear, simple, and easy to find. Now, if mobile advertising sounds like something that could be beneficial for your business, what we want to run through now is those mobile advertising features that you can make use of to achieve those goals. James is going to start off with things.
Okay, fantastic. So I'm just in a standard campaign. It's a search never only campaign. If you want to replicate that, that's fine. It's going to ad group number 1, and I'm in the ad section. So I'm just going to click on the plus add red button, and I'm going to select text ad as I would normally. So what is important to note here is that I need to select the mobile box. So this creates a mobile version of my ad. Now I'm not going to enter any text here. I'm going to leave that to Emma. I just want to point out that you do still have 35 characters available to you in the description lines, and in the headline you have 25 characters available to you. I just want to make the point that you shouldn't necessarily use all of these characters because you want to keep things simple. As I kind of touched on with the website design, it's the same kind of logic. You want to make sure that it's as easy as possible for the customer to read your ad content, and obviously the screen size is smaller, so you need to take that into account. So keep things short and snappy pretty much. So I'm just going to pass you back over to Emma now, who's going to give you a quick example of what a mobile ad might look like.
Thanks for that, James. Yeah, so the example we're going to use today is a plumber in Dublin. So looking at the structure of the ad, the headline, this is crucial to the success of your ad because it's what stands out most to the customer. And for our example, what we're going to pop in maybe is Dublin Plumbing Company. Now, I'm entering this in really quickly, so I'm not sticking to our best practices. I suppose we're not adding the big capitals, but if you remember to do that in your ads, that would be great. And the description line one, this is where you detail the kind of products or services that you are offering. And if we pop in here, perhaps same-day repair service. And the description line 2, now this is kind of like a call out action text. So it's where you want to explain to customers how they can interact with your business. For our specific example here, what we're going to do is pop in and call us today for a coach. And reiterating what James said here, we're keeping it short, we're keeping it kind of simple and snappy, so that when it shows to mobile users, it stands out more. It's not taking up too much space. Obviously, you then put in a display and destination URLs in here. So it's here. And just make sure, as James said, that mobile is ticked there to make sure it is a mobile preferred ad. Then if we just hit save ad, and that's it through. Yeah, and there we have our mobile ad all set up and ready to go.
Fantastic. So yeah, I think that's pretty much all from us today, guys. I hope that was helpful. I just want to reiterate, please tune in for next week's Hangout, where we'll be discussing some other forms of mobile ads and also some advanced AdWords features that focus on mobile. So yeah, thanks again for joining and enjoy the rest of your day. Bye now.
Bye.